we're still doing the final exam, not graded, question 36. So it says, I have a circle. What is the area and circumference? Circumference is the same as perimeter, but we only use this word with circles. Okay, so let's find the area of a circle. So we're going to look at our formula sheet, and area. Area is pi r squared. Okay, so area equals pi r squared. And it doesn't say use pi equals 3.14, so that means I can use the button on my calculator. So I'm going to go pi times r. Oh, what's r? Let's look here. The radius is r. That's halfway across. The diameter is the full way across, but radius is half. So I only want half of this for my radius. So what's half of 5? So 5 divided by 2 is equal to 2.5. So my radius is 2.5 because I only want half the circle for my formula. So here my radius is 2.5 squared. So I can use the button on my calculator, and the button is here just above this times 10 thing, but you have to go shift first. Times 2.5 squared. Well, I don't want it looking like that. I want a decimal. 19 what do I take? It says type an integer or a decimal rounded to the nearest hundredth. So hundredth. Hundredth has 2 zeros. So remember, that's 2 numbers after the point. Okay. So 63 or 64. That 4 tells us he's small, so it's going to stay 63. 63. And it's feet. But because it's area, it has 2 A's. Remember, feet squared. So the area of the circle is 19.63. Oh, and feet squared, because here is 1 and here is 1, we have to do feet squared. So now it says circumference. Now circumference is the same as perimeter. That's the formula. Circumference, don't use the one with a D, use the one with R, because that's the one most people use. Circumference equals 2 pi r. 2 pi r. 2 pi r. So that's 2 times pi times, what's r? Halfway across the circle, that's 2.5. So 2 times pi times 2.5. 15, and it says round to the nearest hundredth. That's 2 zeros, so that means 2 numbers after the point. So here, is that 70 or 71? Well, that's 7. He's a big guy, so he has wasta. He tells him to go up to 1. So that's about takriban 71. 71. Now circumference is like perimeter. It's just like a siege. It's a fence. Here's my camel. The fence here is the edge of the circle, the circumference, and I just don't want the camel to run away, and so I measure it just in feet. Okay, so here it's 15.71 and it's feet. Circumference is just like a fence. You're just measuring how far around it is. Okay, shaded area. So we have to find just the shaded area. So the first thing you do is you say, what shapes do I see? I see a square and I see a circle. Okay, so let's find the area of the square. What's the area of a square? So you can use rectangle or square. You can use side squared or length times width. It doesn't matter which one you use. I like using this one because it's what I always remember. Length times width. Well, here's my length, here's my width, but I don't know what it is. So halfway across is 7. So from here to here it's 7, right there. Let me see. I'm going to get So think of this as like a clock. If this is 7, This is also 7. So the distance from here to here is 7 feet. And then the distance here to here is also 7 feet. And then the distance from here to here down on the bottom is also 7 feet. So here to here is 7, here to here is 7, so here to here is 7. So in total, this is 14 feet. This is 7, so this is 7. This is 7, so this is 7. So in total, this is 14 feet. So my square, let's draw this square up here. There's my square. It's, oops, not 7. It's 14 feet this way and 14 feet this way. So my length is 14, my width is 14. So what's 14 times 14? 196. And because it's area, area has 2 A's, it's feet squared. So now I have my circle. And I have to find the area of my circle. Okay. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Pi r squared. Pi r squared. Pi. Oh, what's the radius? Radius is halfway across the circle, which is 7. So my radius is equal to 7. So pi times 7 squared. We don't want that, so let's put this. 153, and it says round to 2 decimal places. That means 2 numbers after. So is that 93 or 94? Well, that 8, he's big, so he's going to have Wasta and say, you have to be 94. So 94. And because it's area, it's going to be feet 2. Now, to find the shaded area, there's a hole here. Okay? And so, let's look. Say here's my square. Okay? I'm going to have my circle. And I need to take my circle. Here's my circle. Okay? I need to take the circle out, and there's a hole here. Okay, now because there's a hole, that means I have to take something out. And taking something out is subtract. So my total area is going to equal my square, subtract my circle. So my square is 196. My circle is 153.94. And because it's area, it's feet squared. So here, 42.06 and feet squared. Okay, next one. Find the volume of the sphere. But it says don't use the button, use 3.14 as pi. And round it to the hundredths. That means 2 decimal places. So sphere, here's my sphere, and we do volume. 4 over 3 pi r3. 4 over 3 pi r3. Okay, so that's 4 over 3 times, we don't use pi, we don't use our button. They say we want to use this number here, which is rounded r. Well, the radius is halfway across. The whole way across is 6, but we don't want the whole way, we want halfway across. So 6 divided by 2 equals 3, so my radius is equal to 3. Halfway across is 3. So here I'm going to go 3 and use that little cubed. Okay, let's put that in the calculator. 4 over 3. Now remember to use the times buttons. Don't just put everything beside each other. And you have to hit that button and put a 3 in there for cubed. Oh, we don't want that, we want SD. There. 113.04. Volume is like 3D movies, and you have to wear those glasses. So this is centimeters, and it's volume, so it's 3. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Okay, let's stop there.